I think it's really cool that we can have some conversations about religion in these videos. And as long as people are watching the videos and involved in them, I'm happy to keep making these videos, because what I hope that you can see about me is that I want to address this topic from an emotionally intelligent perspective. I'm not here to argue with people. I'm not here to say that unless you believe like I believe, then you're not as good as I am. Not at all. I want to have open conversations where we're not labeling each other and then dismissing each other. So that's my agenda, to be able to talk about these things from that point of view. With that being said, it's been suggested in the comment section that being an agnostic is really the most rational belief system. So, and I agree that if you want a belief system or whatever identity, however the right label, I don't even know what to call being an agnostic, but whether it's a belief system or not a belief system, whatever it is, I believe that category is the most rational, whether we're talking about atheism or whether we're talking about Christianity. I think atheism and Christianity have a lot in common. I think they both require a lot of faith. And they also require the believer or non-believer, in the case of an atheist, they require that person to have kind of an all or nothing mentality. For atheists, there absolutely is no God. They believe that this universe, this galaxy, everything that we know has nothing to do with the creator, has nothing to do with the designer. It's just science. And there's absolutely no chance that God is involved in it, or that a God is involved. No, it's just science. God does not exist, and I know that for a fact. See, that doesn't sound rational to me, okay? Because an agnostic would say, you know what? I can't prove whether God does exist or doesn't exist. I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe there is a God. Maybe, but we can't know that. To me, that is very intelligent thinking and completely rational. Now I want to talk about Christianity. Christianity is not a rational belief system, okay? Now, just to be clear, when I'm saying Christianity, I'm not saying, oh, well, I believe God exists. I believe there's a higher power. I believe in God. That's not Christianity. That's being a theist, believing in a God or higher power. That's not Christianity. Christianity is believing the Bible and that we're all born sinners and that we need to be saved through Christ, who was the only perfect man, the only one who was not born with a sinful nature, okay? And that we will be judged for ultimately having a sinful nature, which has led us to commit acts against God. That's Christianity, not I believe in God. I totally am the first to tell you that Christianity is not a rational belief system. Where do you want to begin? Do you want to begin with Adam and Eve? Do you want to go to talk about Noah's Ark and how the animals just came to him on the ark and then they lived on there for like a year and then they repopulated the earth from there? Do you want to talk about that? Do you want to talk about Moses parting the Red Sea? Do you want to go to the New Testament? Do you want to talk about Jesus and all the many miracles he did? Do you want to talk about him dying on the cross, coming back to life after 3 days? Or do you want to go back to his birth, born of a virgin? Do you want to believe that the Holy Spirit and a human being, Mary, that's where how Jesus was conceived? Do you want to talk about that and how not rational that is? Yet Christians actually believe all of those things. So I, as a Christian, I'm being very upfront and clear. I believe that Christianity is not a rational belief system. But to be fair, I think atheism is in the same category to that regard, because atheists are convinced there absolutely is no God. If we want to talk about a rational belief system, then let's talk about being an agnostic. I don't think anyone can make fun of an agnostic because they're just being real. They're just being honest. Because I think, and I hope I don't seem disrespectful, but I think there's definitely an arrogance involved in believing that there's definitely no God. I don't think as human beings we can know that. Well, Nick, what about being Christian? There's no way that you can say absolutely that Christianity, I agree. That's why it's a faith system. We're believing in things that we can't prove and see. I can't say, hey, Jesus, will you show up to prove to everybody? No? Okay. See, I feel that there's actually a Venn diagram, an overlap of atheism and Christianity, and that if we're being honest, we'd have to say atheism, Christianity, not rational thinking. Rational thinking is being an agnostic, being honest enough to say, you know what? Maybe God exists. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Either way. To me, that's the most rational belief system, if you could even call that a belief system. Remember, I'm not here to convert you. I believe that when it comes to religion, people are pretty set in their belief system. And anything they hear that goes against their belief system just riles them up and gets them agitated and wants them to prove another person wrong. That's called identity protective cognition. That's what I believe most people have about these beliefs. But I would think that if anything, an agnostic would watch this video and think, yeah, he makes some good points and I agree with him. I think an agnostic would very easily believe what I'm saying here. I think atheists and Christians watching this video would both say, how dare you say my belief system is not rational? I think that's what Christians will say and what atheists will say. But I think an agnostic, it's funny, I think as a Christian, I'm amazingly relatable to agnostics. Because if I weren't a Christian, I would probably be an agnostic with Buddhist leanings, because I have such a high level of respect for emotional intelligence. Meaning that you don't walk around life believing that you're right about everything and that you judge people for that. As a Christian, I do not believe in judging other people for their sins or whatever. I'm all about telling them about my beliefs, but as far as looking down on people who don't believe in what I believe and trying to prove them wrong, no. But I am open to having conversations about it. And I'm just telling you, I think being an agnostic, if you want to be rational, the most rational belief system is to say, I don't know. What do you think in the comments right here?